Hello, my name is Mars, and welcome back to the excavation of Hobbs Barrow. I'm going to look at what we need to do today again. It's been a couple days. I think what we're doing is trying to get Mr. Bryden to give us permission to excavate. Yeah. Mysterious journal, local folklore. Okay, we got a lot to talk to people about. We also need to figure out how to get this knife out of the table. I'm guessing that...
Right.
Yeah.
I need to convince Mr. Bryden to let me excavate Hobbs Barrow and find out where this journal came from.
Yeah, what I was going to say is I'm guessing that convincing Mr. Bryden is going to involve talking to Lord Panswick, who seems to be pretty much in charge of everything around here. Oh, and I remember it's market day. Mr. Crozier was saying that. So there might be some new faces to talk to.
She is busy setting up her stall. Good day.
I'm still setting up my stall. Come back later.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. Oh, look, there's a bird up there. Hi, Father Roach. Really, it's market day and there's only one stall here?
Father Roach still looks rather pallid.
How are you doing, sir?
Good morning, Father Roach.
Ah, Miss Bateman. What a pleasure to see you again. Have you tracked down Mr. Shoulder yet?
Don't get me started.
I'll take that as a no.
Indeed. What brings you to the square today?
I'm meeting a couple of young congregation members to go over some scripture. You're welcome to join us.
Thank you, Father Roach, but I have quite a busy day ahead of me.
We will be at St. Edmund's, should you wish to join us later.
Do you recognize this journal?
What a tatty old thing. You ought to take better care of your possessions, Miss Bateman.
It's not mine.
Then whose is it?
That's precisely what I'm trying to find out.
I'm afraid I can't help you. I haven't seen it before.
What do you make of this stone?
I don't recognize the symbol from any Christian iconography. Did you make it yourself?
No, never mind. Thanks for your time.
Lord be with you.
I guess it's early in the morning. That would be why. I'm gonna go check over near Wally and Jane's house before anything else, because that way's kind of a dead end. And Wally's here.
Hello, Wally.
Go away! You gave the door back to my sister.
It wasn't very nice of you to bury her favourite toy, Wally.
I gave it to the fair folk, and you stole it back from them.
You don't really believe in fairies, do you? You're old enough to know better.
They're real, and thanks to you, I'm cursed.
There's no such thing as curses either, Wally.
Go away!
I love the way he says that. Go away! Henry, how are you doing? Not here. Okay. Again, it's early in the morning. There's a lovely fog over everything. No Mrs. DePlancy today. Got an achievement for that. I thought it would be nice to sit with Arthur's mother, since we're close to him now. Oh, I got a second achievement. Rest. It's just like Life is Strange. I can choose to get up whenever I want. That was nice. Doesn't give a nice little monologue like Life is Strange, though. Oh, should I go see if Mr. Bryden is awake? He's a farmer. He might be up early in the morning. And he might have some insight as to what I might need to get his permission.
Hello? Is anyone home? Mr. Bryden doesn't seem to be here right now. I should come back a bit later.
I figured. While we're off doing fool's errands, let's check on Mr. Shoulder again.
Mr. Shoulder continues to prove himself elusive.
Okay. But what about the Devil's Toe? I could have just gone to the left. But I didn't. Because I'm silly. Let's go to the wood. Hi, Arthur.
Thomasina,
Good morning, Arthur.
you look a bit addled. Are you feeling all right?
I am not used to drinking as much as we did.
Aye, my head is pounding.
To tell you the truth, Arthur, I've had a somewhat puzzling morning.
Oh?
Someone slipped this journal under the door of my room.
Whose journal is it?
I have no idea. The text refers to some sort of excavation.
Stanley must be playing tricks on you.
He swore his innocence. I thought perhaps you might have done it?
No, it wasn't me. That's for certain. Somehow I have a clear memory of last night.
Probably the companionship helped you remember. I don't know if that's how it works.
I had a splendid time last night.
Aye, I even remember most of it this time. Thanks for listening to me going on. I really appreciate it.
The feeling is mutual. Thank you too, Arthur.
They have such a nice friendship.
I wonder who left me this journal then.
Mind if I take a closer look?
Please go ahead.
The writings of a madman.
I don't disagree. Do the sketches mean anything to you?
No, not at all. But they turn me stomach. You might want to show this to Mother Mildred.
I'll ask him about the other stuff first. One thing I've noticed in this game, I don't know if it's intentional or just a weird coincidence. They alternate between writing me and my in the written dialogue, but whenever they speak, it always seems like they're saying the opposite of what's written. Like if my is written, then they'll say me, but if me is written, they'll say my. It's so weird.
What do you make of this stone?
It's a good shape for skimming across water. What is it?
I'm not sure. It was strapped to the cover of the journal.
How mysterious.
Shouldn't you be manning the station?
The line is down. Track damage between Bewley and Bakewell. No trains for a day or more.
Does that mean I'm stranded here?
For the time being, Thomasina.
Capital. Who is Mother Mildred?
Some think her a witch.
A witch?
Aye. She might be able to help you with the symbols.
Where can I find her?
She lives alone in a little cottage within Herne Wood here. You shouldn't have too much trouble finding her.
Thanks, Arthur.
You're welcome.
Why do people think Mother Mildred is a witch? Just because a woman lives alone in the woods doesn't mean she flies about on a broomstick.
There's more to it than that. They say she lays with demons.
Who are they?
Oh, you know, local folk.
Hogwash.
Some also go to her for potions and spells.
Spells? Come now, Arthur.
Truth be told, she's a nice old lady. I sometimes see her foraging in the brambles around here.
Will she burn at the stake sometime soon?
You might think us backward in Bewley, Thomasina, but we're not that backward.
Sorry, Arthur. I only meant to tease. Goodbye.
Ta-ra!
Alright, I'm guessing Mother Mildred lives past where those men were digging. Not digging, chopping up wood. Since we were blocked from going past that yesterday. Ooh. This guy.
Hello, dear.
Good day.
I don't want to talk to you. You were creepy yesterday. But what are you painting?
I believe we've met.
Miss Thomasina Bateman, the famous antiquarian.
My reputation precedes me.
I can assure you it does.
And you are?
James.
Oh, there's so much to ask him.
Are you a painter?
You see this beck before you. Look at the water. See how it tumbles and falls. I seek one spot on which my eyes can rest, be it a stone or small corner of the current. I meet it with my gaze, and out of the tumbling and falling, a new land rises. I see a new world.
You certainly have the eloquence of an artist. What are you painting?
A new world.
Quite the ambition.
Indeed, my ambition knows no bounds.
Can I see it?
Not yet. It's not finished. Such a world is not complete without you in it.
You flatter me, James.
Nonsense. Say you'll let me paint you.
She kind of seems into it, which I guess I can appreciate. She hasn't seen it though. Tease him a little bit. Make him show you his paintings.
I haven't even seen your work. What if you can't paint?
Don't fret, my dear. You shall be the shining star of my new world. When the time comes, I shall call on thee.
Okay, we sidestepped that.
Do you recognize this journal?
A place to keep one's thoughts and reflect.
Is it yours?
No, my dear.
What do you make of this stone?
It looks antique. You might want to keep a hold of it.
Do you know of Hobbs Barrow?
I'd like to know more about you, Thomasina. What time do you like to rise in the morning? How do you like your tea? What makes you happy?
I mean, judging from Thomasina's reactions, besides the fact that she called him arrogant yesterday to the workers in the forest, she doesn't see him against this, so I'll play along.
Well, I like to rise early and watch the sunrise.
With your husband, I'm sure.
No, I'm currently unentangled.
Such a view should be shared with at least a lover.
Do you deem yourself fit for this position?
Indubitably. But do go on. How do you like your tea?
Hot, with just a splash of milk.
No sugar, of course.
No sugar.
It rots the teeth. Your smile is as dazzling as the Himalayan snow.
Oh, James.
And finally, what makes you happy?
Spending time with my father.
I should like to meet him.
Perhaps you will. And you, James? I propose the same queries to you.
All in good time. My truths will surround you in good time.
I can't lie, this makes me a little giddy. I am not a person who has a lot of romance in my life, so I enjoy it vicariously through video game characters. And even if I'm not into this guy, the character I'm playing does seem into him, and I can appreciate that this makes her happy.
Do you know Leonard Shoulder?
A man of Bewley?
Yes.
I care not for the men of Bewley, only for the visitors.
What do you know of Lord Panswick?
A fine gentleman. Now that is someone who commands respect.
Do you know
Bootlicker.
him personally?
No, I don't think anyone can really claim that. But what a tiring subject. Shall we discuss something a little more exciting?
Goodbye.
See you soon, my dear.
Of course he loves Lord Panswick. Of course. Get away from this guy, Thomasina. Right away.
What's your father? Come on now, don't make him wait.
I don't want to.
Aren't you going to miss me?
I hate you, Daddy.
Those are
Aw.
strong words for such a little lady.
I want to come with you.
We've been through this, little bird. You can't come with me this time, but we'll go to Seaborough next month. I promise. Oh, what a dig that shall be.
I hate you.
Well, I love you. See you soon, little bird.
Alright. I didn't go the direction of Cyril's house, but I doubt he'll be up. The men are gone. Ooh.
Resin has been oozing from the stump. It looks set now.
Should I take some?
The resin has set somewhat. It's firmly gripped to the stump.
That sounds like a job for the chisel.
I've collected some waxy resin.
That'll probably be useful. Ooh. I love that this game makes introductions to new characters as unsettling as possible.
They look somewhat like juniper berries. Please, forgive my intrusion. Are you Mother Mildred?
Some call me that. I prefer Mildred Walker, given as that's my name.
Apologies. Thomasina Bateman. I think we met at Bewley Station.
I take it Panswick's men have cleared off. Good riddance. Those ruffians would cut their own noses off if he asked them to. I recognised you the moment I laid eyes on you at the station.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, yeah, it's quite a striking family resemblance. You have your father's eyes, Miss Bateman.
You knew my father?
Such piercing blue eyes he had. What a handsome young man. William.
He was here, in Bewley.
Oh, yes. A long time ago, mind. 25 years by my reckoning. But I'll never forget those eyes.
Why was my father in Bewley?
You were helping Samuel Bryden excavate Hobbs Barrow.
You must be jesting.
Do I look like I'm jesting?
How did you come to meet my father?
One might say I have a reputation in these parts. Folks from all around come to me for help with their ailments. Hernwood is abundant with flora that, if mixed correctly, will cure almost any ill. Your father must have caught wind of this, as one day he came to me, asking for a cure.
A cure for what?
Your mother was with child, and she was suffering the most terrible nausea.
Adam.
I made something to help her.
The journal. This was entered in the journal. It belongs to my father.
What journal?
We're talking about nausea. That immediately makes me think of Father Roach. Is he going to you for help? Is that why he was in Hernwood?
Take a look at this. A passage recalls meeting a local wise woman to seek a tincture for his beloved's nausea gravidarum.
Aye, that's me. I made the tincture for him.
This is incredible.
You don't recognise your own father's handwriting?
It's been so many years since I've seen it. What do you make of this stone?
I-A-W. I haven't a clue. Perhaps it's an old folk trinket, or a talisman of some kind. The moors are steeped in folklore.
Can you tell me anything about Leonard Shoulder?
I know of him, as is the nature of such a small town. I also know he invited you here.
Little escapes you, Miss Walker.
So they say. My path rarely crosses with his. Let's put it that way. But he's a nice enough fella.
I see. Do you know Lord Panswick?
I know his labourers make a mess of these woods, the brutes. The man himself hasn't graced me with his presence.
You've never met him?
Not since he were a wee lad. A maid brought him to me with a sore stomach. It were all the rich food they were feeding him, nowt more.
What can you tell me about the excavation?
Well, not much. I only met your father twice. The last time he asked me if I knew anything about binding magic.
Binding magic?
He said he needed it for the excavation.
Hogwash. My father is a man of logic and reason. Why would he be asking about such nonsense?
Perhaps you don't know him as well as you think you do. Anyway, I know nothing of magic and told him so. He seemed disappointed. I never saw him again, but I understand the excavation went ahead. Samuel Bryden hanged himself not long after. Reason enough for you to stay well clear of that place.
You never saw my father again after the excavation?
No, I always assumed he just went home.
Who excavated Hobbs Barrow alongside Samuel Bryden and my father?
From memory, it were just the two of them.
What do you think my father meant by binding magic?
I've no idea. He didn't explain more and I didn't wish to pry.
This just doesn't sound like my father at all.
You'll have to ask him yourself.
I'm afraid my father has been incapacitated since I was a child. He cannot speak nor move.
Terrible. Oh, I'm sorry.
You said that the flora here could cure almost any ill.
Almost, my dear. But your father's affliction sounds beyond my abilities.
The landlord of the Plough and Furrow told me about a folk tale associated with Hobbs Barrow. Something about a goblin. Are you familiar with it?
No doubt there is such a tale. Name any beastie you can think of and someone round here will have a story about it.
My thoughts precisely. Charles Bryden mentioned there was a third man involved in the excavation.
Is that so? Well, you'd best ask him about it. He knows more than I do.
Thank you for your help, Ms. Walker.
Okay.
What are those berries you're picking?
An ancient breed, no good for eating. However, they do have some medicinal qualities.
I see. The cottage is nestled cosily in the woods.
I'm not gonna go inside her house.
Miss Bateman,
Yes.
remember what I told you when we first met? You're better off waiting for the next train back to the city.
Why?
Something terrible happened to Samuel Bryden in that barrow. Whatever they found down there, I'd wager it got to your father too. Tell me you won't disturb Hobbs Barrow.
I can't make that promise, Mildred.
Can't say I didn't warn you. There is something unnatural about that place.
We must seek to understand the world by rational means, Miss Walker. One cannot abandon reason.
Thomasina! Thomasina, come here this instant.
I'm playing with Josephine.
She can wait. This is very important.
I'll be back soon, Josephine. What is it, Mummy?
It's your father.
Daddy's home?
No, my dear. I must go to Bakewell with haste. Miss Bowes will look after you whilst I'm gone. Is that clear?
Where's Daddy?
He's had an accident.
What happened?
He's come off his horse.
Silly Daddy. Will he be all right?
Of course he will be fine. Your father is as strong as an ox, but I need to go collect him, all right?
Can't I come too?
No, dear. Miss Bowes will look after you.
But I want to come.
Go pick up your dolls, then come inside, all right?
Yes, Mummy.
Oh no. Was that last conversation we had where she told her father she hated him? Was that the last conversation they ever had? Oh.
Josephine, it's time to go inside now. Where did Mummy go?
Oh,
I helped him then, and I can help him again.
hey Arthur, what's going on?
He is staring intently into the woods. Arthur, you won't believe it. The journal belongs to my father. He was here in Bewley. Arthur? Hello?
Oh, sorry. I'm trying to remember something.
What is it?
I'm not sure. Something in the woods. It will come back to me. You say your father were in Bewley?
Yes! Mildred said that he helped Samuel Bryden excavate Hobbs Barrow 25 years ago.
Well, I'll be. Let's talk about it tonight at the plough.
Arthur, I must tell you about the dream I had. I was at Hobbs Barrow and there was a creature. It told me it saved my father from something inside and that I would find proof of this in the morning. Sure enough, when I awoke, the journal was in my room. Mildred confirmed the journal belonged to my father. The creature told me it could help my father again. I mean, it was merely a dream. I don't know what to think anymore. Arthur? Arthur, are you listening? Fine then, we'll talk later. I hope you piece together your memories.
That's disconcerting. Go this way, just for kicks. Hi, Mr. Crozier.
Good day.
Hey up.
Look at this, Mr. Crozier. It's my father's journal.
Oh, aye? Why are you showing me?
Did you slip it under my door last night?
Ha! Have you gone daft? Why would I have your father's journal?
Never mind. Did the sketches inside mean anything to you?
Looks like a load of rubbish to me.
I found out my father visited Bewley 25 years ago. William Bateman, perhaps you remember him?
I would have been just a lad. What were he here for?
That's what I intend to find out. What do you make of this stone?
Don't look like out to me.
Are you familiar with any local folklore?
Oh, aye. The old cobbler used to tell me some right stories. Swore he sold a pair of boots to a goblin when he were a young man.
A goblin, you say? I take it this cobbler was a regular at the Plough and Furrow?
Never drank a day in his life. Sober as a judge. Have you been to the Devil's Toe?
Yes, I'm familiar with the cairn.
Some say they've seen the goblin's daughter there, playing her fiddle. Can't say I've seen her myself, mind.
Do you know any other stories about this goblin?
I don't have the time to be standing here gossiping about old wives' tales.
Apologies. I'm having some trouble extricating a knife from a table in the Plough and Furrow. Might I borrow a pair of pliers?
A knife, you say? I can get that out for you.
That's very kind of you, Mr. Crozier.
Think nothing of it. Wait here.
Do-do-do.
That were a struggle. Here you are.
Thank you so much. Thanks for your time.
Aye. Speak to you later.
Okay, that was barely a puzzle. Let's see, are you ready, lady?
Good day.
I'm still setting up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay. I think I'm gonna end it there. The story's getting very interesting. There are a lot of flashbacks in this game, I must say. Yeah, I have been Mars, and I will be back with more The Excavation of Hobbs Barrow.